Hey, what's up, you guys? Loco here. So LCS is returning this Friday on June 12th with Friday Night LCS, and they just released a teaser video, hype video for LCS, and there's so much Easter eggs in them, and I want to share it with you guys and talk about all the Easter eggs that you guys might have missed. So without further ado, let's get started. So we're gonna be starting with a classic one, Darius's Mr. Pillow. So back in, I want to say season 2, season 3, Darius used to carry around the pillow with a smiley face on it that looked exactly like what it does in the video to tournament. Yeah, it sounds kind of weird, but that's what he did, and that's where the meme is from. Now we zoom in and we're going to get to see a lot of things. First up, we see the LCS Pigeon. So what LCS Pigeon is known for, in one of the finals back in 2017, the one that was held in Vancouver, a pigeon made it into the arena and the camera actually focused in on it.
Is getting 2v2 kills and absolutely going off as well. So there are a lot of things that have to go right for There's one of them. Sign. Are you going to lend the P1 Pigeon over to Cloud9 to help out the reverse sweep?
I told him to go to the Cloud9 side to bless Cloud9 players. Hopefully he can give us some good luck.
The crowd was cheering and shit. It was also really weird. Hard to kind of keep up with unless you were actually there. But yeah, there's a pigeon associated with the LCS. And on the left, we can see a portrait of Bjergsen. And on the bottom right, we see an Akali face mask. It's the Corona season, keep yourself safe. And the Team Liquid wallet, because TL is all about paying the players and buying out everyone, right? Now we get a little bit lower and then we're going to see a lot of cassette tapes with very famous songs. So first up, you guys might be thinking, what the fuck is DJ Shadow and who the fuck is De La Soul? So DJ Shadow is just an artist that does the song that we're listening to right now in the video, and De La Soul is the name of the song. And Silver Scrape's a very, very famous song. I would say spanning back to season 2 in Best of 5 series. They would always play Silver Scrape, so whenever you heard the song, you know you're in for a hype series. And yeah, they still do it to this day whenever there's a best of 5. The song that's going to be loaded up going into the game 5 is always going to be Silver Scrapes. And Rap got Flowers. So Flowers is known for his incredible casting at a very fast pace. So whenever Flowers is casting a team fight, and he's not pausing at all, it actually sounds like he's rapping. That's where the Rap got Flowers comes from.
It's Shy versus Spam at the same time. Bottle's going to be taken very low. Yuko barely going to be kept alive. Score taken down to one corner.
And Champ Select. This one you guys might not know. About 3 years ago or 2 years ago, it was still a problem where anytime you updated, the Champ Selection music would get turned up to the max. So even if you put it down in your settings, anytime there was a patch, yeah, the sound would blast you anytime you load it up. So that's where the Champ Select cassette is from. And also, we're going to be able to see the alarm clock in a little bit. It's actually not see, you're going to be able to hear it. It goes TSM, TSM, making fun of or just vibing with the TSM chants that we hear not so much on this day. Looks like our dude's up on some kind of carpet. So the motion here that he just did, this one, is the Zben looking for Jensen motion, and we're going to get to see a Jensen reference coming in. And you can also see the pillbox up in top. It says Dr. Azael. Azael and Mark Z, they like to do some doctor segments every now and then, so that's where the Dr. Azael thing is from. Now we're going to zoom in on the pills. So we see the Dr. Mark Z one, the partner to the Dr. Azael one, and Dash's hair gel. So Dash is the desk host for LCS and one of the main faces, and he's known for his immaculate hairstyle. And yeah, that's why there's a hair gel there. And also, if you want to get your hair cut exactly like Dash's, I'm pretty sure every single cast member of LCS or every single one of the casters and analysts get their hair cut on Floyd's, the one on Santa Monica, so you could go there and ask for that haircut. And the CLG pills. Why do pills represent CLG? So CLG is infamously known for winning games and throwing them and winning them again. So they're known for giving their fans a heart attack. That's where the CLG pills are actually from. Body by Jensen. So there used to be a meme about Jensen bodying people. That's where the Body by Jensen comes from. There was like a perfume meme for it. So the sold out sign in this kind of font is definitely a homage to 100 Thieves and their incredible merch. Whenever 100 Thieves makes new merch, it sells out so quickly and it's extremely hard to get a hold of them. And yeah, that's where the sold out sign is from. It's 100 Thieves merch that's supposed to be there, but it's sold out. See a second box of sold out 100 Thieves merch. So we're gonna get to see two classic old school memes. First up, we have the notorious POV poster in the background.
He's behind him.
Pope is behind. Can he find the stun? He flashes. He gets the Guardian Angel. He gets the Elder Dragon. He gets the double kill. He's gonna get the triple as well. Team Liquid will not withstand the power of notorious POV.
As for the guy going in the door and coming back out with a different uniform, this actually spans back way back to Season 2 and Season 3, somewhat of Season 4. So there would be a lot of CLG fans, right? And the original meme is actually done with a CLG jersey going in and coming out with a Cloud9 jersey. There was a shit ton of CLG fans way back when they were one of the most relevant teams, but they just didn't do that well regionally and internationally. And the other big team was TSM and Cloud9, and CLG fans hate TSM, so they're not going to turn into TSM fans when CLG is out. So what they normally did is they turned into Cloud9 fans when CLG was kicked out early in the tournament. So yeah, that's where that meme is from. And right now, I think it's kind of poking fun at Doublelift fans going in the closet and coming back out as a TSM fan. And here we see socks in blue and red. This is definitely a homage to the this or that arrows that are very present in their graphics, and Obly's Bizarre Adventures. Well, kind of awkward, but Obly just announced that she won't be part of the LCS broadcast in the official sense, and that she's going to be doing independent content. And the Bizarre Adventure part is actually from Bizarre Adventures of JoJo, I believe. She is a huge anime fan, and that anime in particular she absolutely loves. So yeah, that's what the videotape is referencing. So here we see 7 trophies with team logos below them. I believe the CLG trophy is from 2015 spring, back where they won in Vegas. And the 2 TSM trophies are the ones right after in 2015 summer and 2015 spring with Biofrost. And then we have the 4 trophies for Team Liquid. It's a little weird because it's not in chronological order. If it was in chronological order, it would go CLG, TSM, TSM, and then TSM won 2 trophies in 2017, but it just goes straight to Team Liquid. I guess they just want to represent the more recent winners of it. And if they are doing that, it's actually missing the Cloud9 trophy. And it's also not going in backwards order because the first trophy ever won is won by TSM, not CLG. So yeah, just some random ass trophies up there. And really pay attention to the emotion that the guy is doing in the video. It's an infamous Meteos jersey flick from forever ago. I want to say back in Season 3. So yeah, a lot of old school memes here. And then this is a very, very small reference, but the Amumu Cup, that is actually a merch that's available, or maybe it's not available right now, but I do know that is an actual physical merch that people own. And then we can see the guy feeding blabberfish. We know it's blabber because, well, one, it's a fish, and the other one is he's wearing the white Cloud9 hat backwards, something that blabber actually does a lot. More this or that song. Ooh, there's a lot here, so let's go over there. I actually don't know what the 10,000 thoughts are for. That is not a reference that I recognize. The Dunzo Manifesto one is one I definitely do recognize, though. It is an infamous, I would say, like an essay that Link wrote once he was kicked off from CLG and he was retiring. He talked about how Doublelift gave up on him once he felt like Link wasn't good enough or Link stopped trying. And once Doublelift gives up on you, you are Dunzo. That's where the name comes from, Dunzo Manifesto. Actually, I'm not great with cursive, so I don't know what the cursive one says. And then the one next to it says Jat Stat Almanac, because, yeah, Jat, a very famous caster, now the head coach of Team Liquid, used to have a section called Jat Stats, where he would talk about important stats in the game. So that's where that one is from. LCS script, because sometimes LCS feels too scripted. TSM winning again and again. Doublelift revenging his old team that kicked him out the very next split. Yeah, it's just full of stories that repeat again and again. So that's where the LCS is scripted comes from, and the Season 3 secrets GG. Back in Season 3, CLG were full of excuses when they lost. They talked about, oh, we only had red side strategies prepped when they were blue side multiple times in a tournament. Whatever, they were just full of excuses. And yeah, they talked about how they had secret strategies that they didn't get to pull out. So it is memed over and over again about them. And then the Died podcast, something that we should all be familiar with. It's a podcast with the casters from LCS, it's Kobe, Adeo, and Freak. The three of them talk about LCS weekly, the stuff that's going on. Yeah, dude is listening to the podcast without earphones or AirPods. I'm not sure how, but yeah, the reference is there. And then one final one, you can see the LCS keychain linked to a Hextech key. So here's a really quick one. If you blink, you're gonna miss it. There's a notebook with a lemon on it. So that is the Lemon Nation notebook. Back in season 3, when coaches weren't very prevalent, Lemon Nation used to have a notebook with all the pick and bans and other notes written down in it. And it was mind-blowing that he had a notebook. So he became very famous for having a notebook. And yeah, that's his notebook right there. Here we can see bread with jam and frosting going into the microwave. That is actually a Danish pastry, and if it wasn't obvious enough that's a Danish pastry, well, that's literally the Danish flag on the bread, so yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. It's kind of a weird reference, but there used to be not a lot of Danish players in the LCS. The three major ones were Bjergsen, Centauran, and Svenskeren. And Riot actually did a feature about all the Danes and them missing home, so they took them to a Danish bakery. They did like a short video on it. I just remember because Bjergsen once came back to the TSM house with the Danish pastries, and yeah, he was talking about how he did a shoot with Riot, but yeah. So here's a really fun one, setting the microwave for 40 minutes. So yeah, back in season 2, Dyrus burnt down the TSM house because he set the microwave for way too long, and this is what that's referencing.
He put the frozen food in for 4 minutes, right? But he put 40 in the microwave.
He goes to shower.
Yeah.
The boy goes.
And the alarm, and he goes to shower, and the alarm goes on, and everything. And now our house smells like plastic. Like our microwave's all fucked up.
And here we have a sword cutting a bread that has the shape of the Immortals logo on it. And it's not any bread, it's actually a baguette. And why it's a baguette is Immortals is the French team in LCS because their head coach Jaboutine is French. And also their mid laner Aika is French. So yeah, Immortals is French, hence the baguette. And here we see a random ass flamethrower like that in here. This is definitely a EG reference. You can tell by the face he's making. EG actually did a short video. I wouldn't even say a short video. It was literally just a clip of Suzuki with a flamethrower on their Twitter. But yeah, that's where the reference is from. And here we can see the new EG logo on the cup. And the LCS pigeon again. And there is a lot of reference going on here, so let's try to catch them all. So you can see the weights on the bottom have Swole written on them, and that is to reference the Swole Bros of Cloud9. Back about, I want to say, a year ago or 2 years ago. No, it's 3 years ago. It's in 2017. Cloud9 used to run a roster of Jensen and Blabber as one duo, and Svenskeren and Golden Glue as the other duo. And because Svenskeren and Golden Glue were so buff, they were known as the Swole Bros, hence the swole on the weight thingy. We can also see a tree with a heart and F+Q carved onto it. Obviously, that's a reference towards FlyQuest. So FlyQuest used to be known as the Snickers team, because that's all they did on social media, post about Snicker fam. Now it isn't so much of that anymore. It is a lot of other things, especially with the Go Green movement. They have been very heavy on trees, the tree questing, and all the flowers in that. Very, very obviously that is a reference towards FlyQuest. And we can also see Turtle sitting in front of him. It is a very, very wild turtle. He's going to be flashing in a little bit. And that's a reference towards Turtle flashing forward always. And here we see a basketball hoop with the Golden Guardians logo on it. Golden Guardians very famously backed up by the Golden State Warriors, one of the best basketball teams ever. Probably the best basketball team in the modern history of the game. But yeah, that's the Golden Guardians logo on a basketball post. So we're going to see the Dignitas logo coming in here, throwing a ball at Baron and doing the finger guns pose. So this is a reference towards Dignitas throwing at Baron infamously from forever ago when they were in the league originally. And the double finger gun pose is actually from Skara. There's a very famous picture of Skara saying they're winning until they're losing, and he has that finger gun pose on it. And for our final reference, we're going to see a Cloud9 logo in the sky turn into a trophy. I'm guessing looking at Cloud9 winning the very last tournament that was held.
The LCS Summer Split. I'm Freak. Kobe, are you ready?
I hope I caught every single reference for you guys, every single Easter egg, whatever the hell you want to call it. Let me know down in the comments if there's any that I missed. As for face check, I know a lot of you guys are asking about it. There really isn't a decision right now. It's not canceled. It's not happening. It's in a weird limbo. I'll figure it out with Dom and Daniel. Stop asking me in Twitch chat. I'm always trying to give you guys more content. I'm sorry it hasn't been regular. Just going through a lot right now, and once I have everything figured out, I will definitely do an announcement and update everyone. And one last thing, one truly last thing, I'm not crazy, I'm just loco. Bye.
Yeah, let's go. I ain't the first with the curse, with the thirst that I wanna be better, not worse, man, it hurts. I'm on this earth with my words and I put them all together, insert, cause I wanna have worth. Working hella hard till they put me in the dirt. Gonna go far, man, listen to my words.